Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everybody is having a good morning on today. Happy Tuesday to you, child. One more week till we get to eat and eat and eat. I mean, maybe some of y'all don't feel like that. But this is my favorite time of the year, baby. Holidays, good time, good fun, space plan, and a whole lot of good food to eat. But I hope everybody is doing good this morning. Welcome. If you are new to the channel, welcome back. If you have been here before, y'all know what I like y'all to do. Go ahead, drop down in the comments, talk to me, tell me how y'all doing today. I love to hear from y'all, honey. I love to hear from y'all. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, okay? Share me with your people. Okay, so we could get this good algorithm to doing what it's doing. Good morning, Laprice. How are you, my love? I hope you are having a good day today. It's cloudy over here, y'all. So I hope the internet holds up because y'all know when it be raining, the internet does what it do. Good morning, Busy. How are you, my boo? I miss you, baby. We gonna have to see when we gonna take us a little trip, do us a little weekend getaway. Good morning, Mama. How are you? How are you? I hope everybody is having a good day. We're gonna get in here and talk about these who we talking about? These Patanka housewives. So I could go ahead and get my day started at work. Okay, so the scenes open up with Ashley and her mama down to the pottery place. She looking for plants so she can have for her housewarming. And her mama like, I know you want everything in here. And I'm looking like, why you buying plants? You need to be buying your mama a new wig. Like Ashley, girl, instead of Demi and Diamond, them new chests that you got put on there, you should have took some money and got your bunions fixed, and you should have took some money and got your mama a new wig. I am convinced that you are still angry with your mama for having to support her and for being homeless and things like that, because ain't no way you love your mama and you let Sheila continuously get on our camera with them wigs looking like that. My mama wouldn't. First of all, my mama would not. You hear me? My mama would not. My mama would not be on TV with no wig looking like that. My mama would not be on TV letting me look like a sweet and low baby. She would get me all the way together. Like, no, ma'am, press ham, do not pass go, do not collect $200. Where's your lipstick? Where's your makeup? That's my mama. But anyway, I digress. So they talking about everything, and she's saying, talk about shade. No, them wigs are horrible. She needs to stop letting her mama wear them shake and go wigs with them bangs. That's her style. Find your mama a cute little wig, nice little bob wig with a bang. Dress your mama up. Do not have your mama on TV looking like how she be looking. But I digress. So they get to talking and they talking about the housewarming, and she's mentioning everybody who's coming. And then she talks about NECA, the NECA. Wendy told us how to say it, y'all, and y'all know I be messing up names, but I probably call her something else before the end of this show because I'm letting y'all know already now I do not like her. But anyway, so she going down and she reading off NECA's accomplishments and how she met NECA, and she loves to hang with empowering women. And I'm like, girl, now when you hanging with Giselle, now when you yourself are not empowering, you ain't learning nothing from them empowering women that you're around, women who like to empower lies, aka Deborah, Robin, Giselle, Mia. That's your empowering women, girl. Girl, out my face with that. So I'm like, girl, you don't know that woman like that. You are reading down what production has told you to say for her introduction on your phone, because you know who you invited to your housewarming party. Okay, mama like Uncle Lump gonna be there. I like Uncle Lump. We're gonna talk about Uncle Lump when his time comes. So she was like, I'm not inviting, Candace is not invited. And I'm thinking to myself, girl, you not inviting Candace. Candace will not be offended. She's been uninvited to way better places. First of all. Second of all, you're not inviting Candace because you can't have her in that house because Michael is still funding your lifestyle. Let's be clear. That's why you're not inviting Candace. And y'all can try to ice her out if you want, but you really don't have no show because all of y'all really have beef with her and her mouth. Cause y'all like to talk trash to that girl, and then when that girl tell y'all something back, y'all want to holler out she wrong. But I'ma digress. So then her mama was like, well, what's going on with Candace and Michael in the lawsuit? And she was like, well, I don't know. Michael don't tell me anything. And then she smiles in the confessional. And I'm like, girl, you lying. And that's when she lets us know that she was in the Bahamas with Michael. And Sheila was like, yeah, he spoke to me. I was surprised. And I'm thinking to myself, girl, so you was in the Bahamas with Michael when he showed up at Candace's concert, and then he allegedly attacked the woman who he thought was Candace, but you don't know nothing about this lawsuit? But you don't know nothing about this lawsuit. And then you're going to sit around here and holler about, well, I don't know anything about it, but you can't say stuff about people like that. And Michael's businesses were affected. So Michael's businesses were affected by Candace, but Michael's businesses wasn't affected by all the times Giselle has called out everything that he's done throughout the season and at the reunion, but he didn't sue her. Robin spoke about his actions, but he didn't sue her. Monique spoke about his actions, but he didn't sue her. Everybody has spoken about this man, but only Candace's words affected Michael. Not Michael being out here being put on blast by people who in a hotel with while cheating on his wife. Not the cameraman whose butt he grabbed and touched without his permission, thus SAing him. That didn't ruin Michael's business, but what Candace said ruined Michael's business. Girl, y'all gonna go to hell. If y'all trying to sue Candace to get her to pay for your house, girl, good luck. Because that's what it's giving. Michael don't really want to pay for that house. It's also given that y'all not really divorced. Michael just don't want his antics to be further spread by being connected to you to this show. So we're going to play like we're separated, because at this point, get the divorce done. Good morning, Black Diamond. How are you? Good morning, Tanisha. Thank you for becoming a member of the channel. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, love. Thank you so much. Perhaps the lawsuit for SA affected his business. That's what I'm saying. Michael has done too much, been caught doing too much, in order for me to believe that Candace's mouth ruined Michael's businesses, ruined business opportunities for Michael when he was caught in a hotel and his drawers, sleeping in the bed. Not his infidelities. Not him going around here touching people. Not him saying that he was going to suck another cast member's husband, Petey Wacker. None of this ruined his career, but Candace did. Y'all not about to get me with that narrative at all. What's not about to happen. I do not believe it. Hey, Tracy, my good troll. I love you, Tracy. But moving on. So they talk about that, and then we over the scene with the plants, and I was over the garden and the whole habitat and all of that. Because girl, I don't believe Ashley around here planting no plants, planting no flowers. I don't know. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. I just don't believe it. I don't believe she trying to get her ivories to grow. I don't believe she around here planting no aloe vera, no radish, no tulips, no roses, or none of that. Stop playing with me for the TV. So then the next scene we see the Grand Dame and Mia. Now, y'all, I don't do no Grand Dame slander. Y'all know I love Karen Huger and her move. But Karen, girl, I'm going to need you to let this Stormtrooper wig go. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but Karen, no ma'am. Let it go. Let it go. Leave it alone. Leave it be. Retire it. I'd rather you wear that confessional hair than that wig that you around here wearing. So Mia walks up and try to hug Karen, and Karen politely gives her the handshake like, nah, girl, we not cool like that. We not cool like that after what you did me last year. And Mia's like, but what I did? I didn't do anything. But what I did? I was being your friend. I came back and told you what they were saying, that you was in the bathroom with everybody. And, girl, you be getting the cocktails and you be dropping it low for more than blue eyes, baby. Cherie said that. Yeah, Cherie said that. But you also, Mia, in front of her husband, said that your friend told you she was down to the Vegas with this man and they had a picture and da 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 da. And that is what Karen feels is betrayal. Now, did you lie, Mia? I don't know. I feel like you lied. I don't feel nobody told you that. I feel like just like every season, y'all get together, y'all plot on somebody, and the thing is, your time is coming. When Gizzard and them having no more use for you, your time is coming to be the one that they plot on for the season. Mark my words, they do it to everybody. They just couldn't get you this season because now they have to actually act like they holding Robin accountable. Let's be clear. But your time is coming. But you said what you said because you wanted to try to give credence and confirmation to everything that Sheree, that not Sheree, Lord have mercy, that Sharice, head of housekeeping, was talking about. Let's be clear. That's why you did what you did. And that's why she don't fool with y'all. Because at the end of the day, me and Karen has had your back. Even down to your nasty husband licking out her tongue at her. So they talk about that and they agree that they are not going to go back and forth and bring rumors to the show that other people are saying and spreading. So then she said, speaking about you and your marriage, girl, what about Gizzard in them embezzlement? And she was like, well, in Giselle's defense, I thought that too. And I'm like, girl, not you sitting up here adding ammunition to them people case because you the wife and why your wife thought you was embezzlement. Girl, you wasn't supposed to say nothing like that about the TV to down to the TV that you thought that man was taking and misappropriating funds. But now that you got your new boo, according to Gordon, you don't care about what happened to Gordon because his money not money. I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. So they talk about that, and that was over. Mia goes in for a hug again, baby, and Karen gives her the good handshake. And I'm thinking to myself, like, girl, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Cause I mean, even what was her friend that she did dirty for the cameras for Giselle and them? Jacqueline. Even Jacqueline was like, girl, I got the paperwork, girl. The people think it's that Gordon was taking money. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I thought that too, because I was like, baby, why do you even still have access to the company funds if you're retired? If you're retired, if you're not working in the office, you're supposed to get your retirement check. The day you retire, you supposed to not have access to them funds. So why did they have to cut off your access to the funds? Was you taking the money? Child, I guess we'll find out if Mia stay on this show, huh? With her new boo and Gordon. Okay. I don't believe Karen having sex with strangers in public places. That's not Karen vibe. No, Karen give me way more classier than that. Now, I ain't saying Karen ain't getting none. And I ain't saying that Karen is not getting none from somebody else, but I don't think she down to the club bathrooms. Karen gives me old school class. When women had class about themselves back in the day and wouldn't just do anything anywhere with anybody. So I just don't see Karen dropping it down low. Meanwhile, Mia, girl, we know that's what you did with a married man while on the beach while his wife was at home with their churn. Hey, Jasmine, how are you? Mia is annoying as hell. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. I was thinking the board was mad that he let Mia play CEO on TV. They might be mad about that because she really wasn't the CEO. And then this is to my understanding, the company was actually started by Gordon and his brother. But when she got on the TV, she said her and Gordon started the business. So they may be mad that she's portraying the business to be something that is not, and her antics and how she acts on this TV show may have been affecting the company. They may have not wanted that type of representation. With Timbe said bathroom, I said not girl, wait, girl, not Timbe. Not Timbe. When Timbe said bathroom, I said, I know you lying. Karen Nee's not good enough for that. Okay, I'm trying to tell you. And so then after that, what we get? Wendy. Girl, now Wendy's skin is glowing in the confessionals. I love the black leather with the black leather glove. She looking good, okay? The glam is glamming. But Wendy girl, y'all show up to Airbnb talking about this is what you want to do for you want to have your own talk show. Wendy, girl, ma'am, let it go. Let it go, Wendy. I don't see you holding no talk show. I mean, you're a professor, you're a commentator, but we are inundated with talk shows that nobody is really watching, but yet they keep playing it. Like people have it on their TV and it's just on. It's the people who play their TVs all day and they let y'all talk while they cleaning up. They comment every now and then. But I mean, girl, listen, I'm multi hyphenate. Go ahead, multi hyphenate. I'm not even gonna be mad with you. I'm not even going to be mad with you. If it go, it go. But I would have really liked to see Wendy develop her home line. Like she said, it's going to be home essentials. So we saw the candle. What's next in the home essential line? I would have liked to see Wendy doing like a book tour for her books. There's nothing wrong with being multifaceted and having multi businesses, but get one off the ground, started, and it's taking care of itself and then move on to the next project. But Wendy, I'm not mad at you, but ma'am, before you get to looking at places, you need to know what your budget is, because the face you make every time somebody talk about some money in a budget for a project, you didn't look into what the budget was prior to deciding that you wanted to do this project. Cause really and truly, that little area in your house where y'all be doing the Bravo after show, that was a nice area, girl. You could put a desk there and have your podcast going. You can have two chairs in the living room or whatever, and make you a little in-house studio and let your podcast start making money, your talk show start making money before you go out and invest money into somebody's Airbnb apartment. You have a house by yourself. Just my opinion, girl. And you also need to know what you need to get said talk show off the ground. Like when the girl said PA and she said PA. What is that? And I'm like, girl, y'all not in the room with a PA. It's a PA right now walking around some that Airbnb while y'all doing this scene. I'm just saying. Which is I would like Wendy doing a black political TV for women with Ebony Williams with a little mess. Okay, I can see her doing political. I can definitely see her doing political, but and we don't have a lot of those. So maybe that might work. Wendy does have a YouTube channel. She should start with the YT, then transition. Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. Something that's not going to cost her money. And when you are constantly shelling out money on businesses and businesses and businesses, yeah, everybody wants to have multi incomes these days, and this day and age, you need more than one income. But she already know how Eddie is about her and doing this money. Eddie be just like when she wanted to do the restaurant. Eddie was like, "No, we not putting up all of that. We not doing all of that." So I think she needs to start simple and see if there's even an audience for her, captivate her audience, and then try to go big. This is something that you can literally do from your home and stuff from your house. I started my YouTube channel with my phone, didn't know nothing about StreamYard, didn't know nothing about going live. I didn't even know how to edit no videos. My baby knew how to do it. And I would just record it and she would put everything together the way it needs to be put together. So, okay, I can see y'all. I can see y'all point with that, but I would love to hear her do political commentary. She actually would need to be getting it started right now and captivating her audience, because we have a big election next year with the presidents as well as, the Senate. I'm sorry, the Senate. Oh Lord, and the House of Representatives. So that's big elections. That we have. But other than that, I don't really have nothing else for that scene. So then the next thing, but I feel like Wendy, do what you do. You looking good, girl. And I got more to say about her when we get to later on within the show. So then the next scene, y'all, we see Karen and them, they gone down to the Pilates and Gizzard next walks in and she was like, "Ooh, coaches everywhere." And I was like, "Girl, they greeted you at the door. Hey, how you doing, peekaboo?" Because everybody was spread eagle. Okay. Everybody was spread eagle, ready to get in there. So Karen's like, "Listen, I know y'all think I pull stuff out of my ass, and I did. But I'm turning triple 20." And Giselle was like, "What is triple 20?" I'm like, "Girl, 20 times 3 is 60. Come on now. Cause you close to the triple 22, Giselle. Why are you trying to act like you don't know?" But I digress. So then now they doing their exercises and yada yada yada. And Karen is like, my mom died, passed away, and she was saying what her mama was passed for. And I went for all these tests. So they had this dramatic music. And I was like, girl, is Karen about to tell us she having a health scare? What is going on? Only to find out that she got 5% calcium blockage. Now, a blockage is a blockage. It should be 0%, should nothing be blocked. Everything should be able to move and flow the way it's supposed to go. Okay? Everything is supposed to move and flow in the way it's go. But we did not need that music for 5% calcium buildup. I said, I know you lying. Baby, Karen is too dramatical of a person. Shout out to Flavor Flav when he said that about the Queen New York. Okay, she is too dramatic of a person. Because I was like, I know you lying. I was kind of with Giselle, like, girl, what? So then after they finish, Giselle lets everybody know that they did an intervention for RHOP, okay, around there, down there to the thing with everything that's going on. And Karen was saying how her and Mia had a talk and they decided not to bring rumors to each other and say it as if it's facts. They'll only speak to each other in facts. And Giselle have the audacity, the unmitigated gall to sit up there and say, well, are you going to apologize to Robin because you was talking about the woman in Georgetown? And need I remind y'all to run to Twitter because that woman, Coach Bree, definitely looks like Karen. So in my book, Karen ain't lied. Karen ain't told no story. Now, she might not live in Georgetown, but I definitely believe that that's the woman who Karen was talking about when she said she looked like me, because she do look like a baby Karen. And she down to the mole and, girl, what we apologizing for? But by your logic, Gizzard, because you act like you have so much disdain for Wendy. You are so starched when Wendy's walk in the room, girl. You look like a pair of prison pants. You are fresh out the cleaner, starched, increased. You so starched somebody got to pull you apart like people used to stick their hands and run through their jeans to separate them. Okay? You behind Wendy. So by your logic, because it was a rumor, Karen should now apologize to Mia, but when you gonna apologize to Wendy? Because your whole thing is you mad at Wendy because she gathered you by the many rows and folds in your neck. She gathered you by that turkey-like neck. Okay? For that rumor that you brought back about Eddie, thus using that rumor to try to shame her for when she got her mommy makeover because she wanted to feel better about her body. You forgot about that? A rumor from a blog that most people don't even see. We knew about Eddie and supposedly IG models from you and Robin discussing it on the show and saying this is why Wendy had got her body done. So when are you gonna apologize? Because you still mad at her about that. And then you tried to turn it and flip it. Oh, well, she looked at Grace nasty. So Wendy was like, I wasn't looking at the child nasty, but I'ma apologize. But then when asked if you owe Eddie and them an apology for the things you said about him and his children and how the rumor affects his children, you set your raggedy ass up there and said no. So you owe some apologies around here. Apology for Robin for what? It's not like she was lying. The woman in Canada came out with receipts, and that's what Karen said. Listen, I don't know nothing about international. I only know about the domestic women. And you round here on Robin neck now because things have come out with Juan being with other women, but Karen needs to apologize. Girl, go to hell. So then we see, let me see what y'all saying. All stuff in the neck when Wendy comes around. Girl, okay. I'm trying to tell y'all. Veins popping out her neck, out her forehead, and everything else. I also don't like that they're going. I also don't like that they are going info all about that blog put out about Wendy, but Robin was contacting Wendy to see what type of attorney Eddie is to get the blog shut down. And I would have told Eddie, me and Eddie would have continued to be happy with our edibles that he have put out, okay? And I would have told Robin, go to hell. I'm not Eddie. No. Not my same husband who you bought stuff about the blogs to. Now you want him to help them to shut up about you and why? Nope, my husband not doing it. I wouldn't even pass the message. Not you calling Wendy for help when you had a whole family there and wanted her children to be there without their family. Didn't even want her children to be there, period, because you knew for a fact that she wasn't about to just let her children come with Candace to a family event like they don't have no family. Y'all do low down dirty stuff and then be it looking like y'all the victim and feeling like somebody owe y'all an apology. I don't feel nothing bad for Robin. And let me tell y'all something. This is going to be the last time I ever talk about a scene with Robin and Wine. First of all, that man, every time we see a scene with them, that man don't look like him and that house belong together. He don't look like he lived there. He don't look like he habitat there. Girl. Is Wine staying with Coach Bree? I don't know, y'all. That's alleged. That's just me being messy, okay? But he do not look like he go there. They do not look like they go together real bad. I done seen ants have way more chemistry than Wine and Robin. But she's sitting up there and she's telling him, oh, the girls want me to be mad at you and this, that, and the third. And I say, why can't nobody on these shows ever take stuff back the way it was? No, the girls don't want you to just scream and holler at Wine. What they want you to do is open up your eyes and realize that you being played for Boo Boo the Fool. But I guess you like being out here looking like a soybean burger bitch. Shout out to Bondi Blue. I guess that's what you like, being out here looking. So what I have determined is, since that's how you like being out here looking, girl, let Wine continue to play in your face. You continue to smile and take it and act like you don't care. But Wine told you to his face, I don't care. I don't care, Rob. I don't care. Everything between them always look awkward. I don't care what y'all see. It look awkward. Ron told you to your face he do not care. He gonna continue to do what he do. He don't care how many strays you gotta catch. He not gonna stop being friends with Coach Bree. Girl, listen, let me tell you something. Now I know men that go get manicures and pedicures, but most men not going to sit in no nail shop with no woman unless that's his woman. And you really gotta beg him to come sit with you while you go get a full set manicure, whatever. They not just coming to the nail shop. Maybe on the anniversary, but his feet wasn't in no water. His hands wasn't getting touched. He was sitting there. Baby, I don't see Juan do anything remotely with you. This is your job. This is how you get a check. This is how you got that house that y'all living in. Cause I don't believe that Juan paying no bills at that house. He might be, but I just don't. I just don't see them moving and acting and vibing like that. And I'm not saying they got to be all on top of each other for my pleasure or for the cameras or whatever, but you don't have to convince nobody that you're in a loving, happy relationship and y'all want to be together. People just see it. It's people who argue 24/7 and they see it, but you still know that they're in a relationship. Y'all just don't give that. Y'all just don't get the He scream at me, Robin. Scream at me, Robin. And I say, this man is playing in your face for real, for a scream. I need you to scream at me, Robin. Girl, he is patronizing you in your face. And see, that right there would have made me punch him in his face. But you sitting around here like, Juan, no. No, Juan, don't do it. Don't do it, Juan. I'm not yelling at you. I don't care. I don't. Bravo. I hope we don't get no more of these scenes throughout the season. No more. No more. We don't need it. He's continuing to say he don't care. He gonna continue to talk to whoever he want to talk to, be with whoever he want to be with, dip how he want to dip, and she's going to continue to take it and continue to blame us for stealing her happiness, not the nasty nigga she laying in the bed with when he comes to that house, when he comes to make his visits. That man told us years ago that he's sick of living like that. If it wasn't for Corey and Carter, he'll be gone. Now, if y'all think this marriage gonna last past Corey and Carter being 18, y'all drop in the comments and let me know. But then again, it might, because nobody might not want him by then. I never thought Juan Dixon was all that when he was younger, and I damn sure think him and his receding hairline ain't all of that. Not enough for him to be playing in your face when you the breadwinner at this point. And then you didn't get no prenup, 50-50, no cheating clause, no nothing. So now he about to walk away with half of your embellishment hats and your reasonably shady podcast. That might be some of the only things that's bringing you some money. Because, baby, I don't know about them hats. Every time you go to the website, they don't never have none. And I refuse to believe people is out here embellished like that. I'm going to tell you what's embellished. That relationship. Did you name your headline after your relationship? Embellish. We supposed to believe that. The girls want me to be mad. No, the girls want you to see it for what it is. The world stole my happiness. No, girl, the world ain't steal your happiness. You on TV. You know what this platform doing. Now you getting back every plot that you ever plotted with Gizitnet. You getting it back. You thought it was gonna be the same that it was with her, and it's not. So then we see the neck of however you say her name. We see her, and I'm telling y'all now, it ain't even because of Wendy. I don't like her. She gives me pretentious, and I don't like pretentious people. I have to have this, I have to have that, I have to have that. And it's not like, listen, I am all for women bigging up themselves, speaking on their accomplishments, but it's just something about her that's just rubbing my spirit the wrong way. And I know what it is. It's her going to be a traitor to her culture. But let's speak on it. But anyway, we meet her and her husband. She's a lawyer, he's a doctor. I'm like, come on, Clan Cliff. Can we make that comparison? Being with everything that was going on with Cliff. Anyway, y'all know what I'm saying. Come on, Clan Cliff. With your house and the renovations, and she's like, this is gonna be my closet and the dog, and oh my god, when you're a generational wealth holder, we have homes here, we have homes here, we have homes here, and I didn't declare them on a mortgage. And I'm like, why, girl? If the people needed to know all of that information, why wouldn't you give that information? What were you hiding? We have homes in Nigeria. We have homes here. And listen, I am for you having all of the homes, baby. It is luxurious. I don't feel like being in DC today. I want to go to Florida. I don't feel like being in Florida today. I want to go to Kansas. And you don't have to pay nobody hotel. You can go in and pick up where you left off. I love it. I love that for us. They have homes in Nigeria. So when you go home, you comfortable when you go visit your people. But I feel like the people need to go ahead and ban you from even coming over there. And I ain't even seen that much of you. But you're really aggravated my nerves. But we saw her new house and got to meet her husband and everything. And I'm like, beautiful couple. But we're going to see what it gives. Now, she said they trying to get pregnant. She says she starts her day with bubbles and end her day with bubbles. And I'm like, listen, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at the champagne. And I'm not mad at the bubble bath. And if you have double bubbles at the end of your night, okay, with the champagne and the bath, that's cool too. But ma'am, if you actively trying to have a baby, every medicine that is out there always tell you do not consume with alcohol. So I don't know what the mixture, if somebody works in the medical field and can tell me, then tell me. I don't know what the mixing of alcohol along with prenatal pills will do as far as trying to help her conceive. But girl, are you telling your husband that's a doctor that you taking these pills with the alcohol? I mean, I don't know. But I think in order for something to work best, if you're really prepping yourself up, like you say, you wake up, you check your temperature, you see if you're ovulating, if you're actively trying to have a baby, why not just go ahead, take your little prenatal pills? When you wake up in the morning, girl, you brush your teeth, have your little pills, you know what I'm saying? Have your little bottle of water, take your pills, swallow your water, and go, downstairs, make your little mimosa, make your little eggs, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever, and then have it after that. Like, don't mix the two. But other than that, I don't really have nothing for her. So then we see Candace and her manager, and she said that's her office. And I'm like, Candace, girl, you be around here giving fabulous, and you have a Walmart table and a church chairs. And when she said Walmart, a barbecue table and a church chairs, I was like, that is definitely the church chairs. Now, I don't know what kind of churches y'all go to or if you go to church at all, but I'm like, that is definitely what it is. Because I know my church, when we had the overflow and people would come in, they start pulling out them same chairs to fold so people would have a seat and didn't have to stand up. So that's exactly what it was. They're talking about her tour, and she's like, I sold out Chicago. And I'm like, girl, did you sell out the Yankee Stadium or did you sell out House of Blues? Did you sell out a little hole in the wall? Because what are you talking about you selling out? And I feel like having Drew on the stage, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it brings more people because some of her people might not know you, might not listen to your music. So I think anytime music people collaborate, some people gonna come just because they want to see this. Like if somebody had Fantasia, let's say it was nah, because I would not stay for no Ice Spice. But Let's say it was Fantasia and Patty the Bell. Now, I ain't gonna listen to Patty. Y'all know I got eternal beef with Patty for how she messed up my auntie tribute. I got eternal beef with Patty. I will never forgive her. Matter of fact, I just heard a commercial with her and Cardi and them pies. And I'm like, Cardi, girl, I be trying to like you, but you on here with the op. Her and them nasty pies. I hope don't nobody buy now one pie all season long for how she did my auntie Tina at her tribute. Tina been around long enough, and the song you sang, you should have known all the lyrics. But I digress. That's not even what this about. I done lost my whole train of thought going off on Patty. But anyway, that's what I was saying. But I will go see Fantasia. But then I'm also the type of person, if I pay money for a ticket, I'ma listen. Now I might sit there and real Patty, clown Patty, go to the bar and have me some drinks. But a person comes to a concert because of certain people. You might not like everybody on the lineup. So I think that was a little bit much. Candace said in a tweet that she didn't mean it like that. It's the conversation didn't really go like that. And I'm like, girl, we're not about to blame this on editing because I'm tired of y'all blaming it on editing. They can't edit what you don't say. Now they can put mix and match stuff together, but they can't edit what you don't say. So if it would have never left your mouth, it would have never been on the screen. Own it and was like, listen, I didn't even realize I was being shady. In that moment, I was feeling myself and I was like, you know what? I don't need nobody. I done already sold out my little venue so I could go back and sell it out again. Period. I'm a follow in the footsteps of Beyonce. I mean, it ain't no renaissance, but I'm gonna go ahead and make it do what it do. And it's gonna just be me, just Candace. But the way your body language was given was, girl, like it's something there, or you didn't like it. Let me see. She is not lying, y'all. She hung up on me for singing Patty's music while we were on the phone. I definitely did. I told you, don't disrespect my auntie like that in my presence. Low-key, Ashley is doing her same messy self with Wendy and Nneka. I don't like how they're going to pit Wendy and Nneka against each other, especially when they try and use religious practices in Africa. Oh, we gonna get to it. We gonna get to it. Hey, my sweet pea, and hey, everybody who came in. Make sure you guys are liking the video, okay? Thank you so much. See, Mother Black Diamond. That's why me and you see each other. Those pies taste like plastic to my taste buds. Then the garbage can it landed. Okay, I'm trying to say you put it in there. But she not making no money on that tour. She don't need an opening act. I mean, she don't need an opening act, and that's fine if that's the way she feels. I just don't. The way she said it, I'm like, it came off as shade to Drew, and I'm like, Drew done caught enough. Drew done caught enough strays for 40 lifetimes between her cast, that raggedy ass husband who cheating with his cousin. Hey, sweet pea. Which is, I suspect something happened between Drew and Candace. Drew probably told her, girl, y'all only gave me 30 seconds of a song and I done invited these people up here and you know how they like to drag me? You know they're going to talk about me for 30 seconds. That part, I don't know. But I'm going to digress. So next we get to, and y'all, I don't think that's Candace's real office area because Candace, girl, right there in the middle of, like, not even the middle. As soon as you walk into the house, it's just that's your office space. Girl, I feel like that's that could be, you could set that up like your reading room or something with the bookshelves. It was a beautiful room, but kind of awkward for an office. It gives formal living room setting. I don't know, maybe if you had like a nice fancy desk, it would flow. I would need to see it when it's finished. But anyway, so we get to this housewarming, and baby, did y'all see when production when Giselle got out her car? Because she in the Range Rover now, okay? Did y'all see when she got out that car, how them people zoomed in on her ankles? I say production is messy. Production is messy, girl. Messy, messy, messy boots. Because y'all did not have to zoom down to that lady ankles like that and show her cankles up on the screen. Y'all didn't have to do that. But I digress. She shows up with coronas, and I'm like, that's fitting for Ashley. So we all around there. Okay, Uncle Lump there. And Ashley once again admits that she was in the Bahamas when all of this happened. So That's messy number one. That's girl. That's your first thing. But I don't know. I'm of the mindset, along with a few other people that I talk to, that Ashley put Michael up to the lawsuit because didn't Candace Ashley try to sue Candace before, and then she wrote the statement for Monique about the incident with the knife, but yet at that point when she pulled the knife out, girl, you was trespassing in that woman's house because she had told you leave several times. When somebody tell you leave their house, you leave their house. When you stay on, you are no longer an invited guest, you are a trespasser. And child, we all know what happens when people trespass in certain places. Certain things can happen to you. Now, I'm not advocating for nothing to happen to Ashley, but child, I ain't saying I would feel bad if it did. But anyway, I'ma digress. So Uncle Lump looking like, oh, Michael was in the Bahamas. Uncle Luke looking at her like, girl, you dumb. I'm sick of you with this. And she was like, oh, yeah, he wasn't around. I forgot to tell you, girl, how you conveniently forget to tell your uncle that you was out of town with Michael on a trip that Michael paid for. But he didn't try anything. He didn't try anything. He didn't have to try anything. You was a willing participant. You willingly gave it up. That's probably how you got Jimmy and Diamond. And don't nobody else name their titties. I don't need nobody else naming your titties around here. I feel like I need to name mine. But I ain't got no new ones. I just got the ones I was born with. But Uncle Lump ain't feeling it. He ain't having it. The rest of the ladies start arriving. Ashley have a corona. We see Karen comes and everything. And then she says, y'all want a tour? So when she goes to give the tour or whatever, they're in the living room. She's talking about coastal chic, boho chic, beach chic, whatever kind of chic, whatever her inspiration was for the house, because she wanted it to be open. The penthouse was so dark. And I'm like, well, you living with Father Time. You living with a creature that's allergic to the sunlight. You couldn't have all no light and expression. So, okay, fine. Have at it. Happy house. Nice house. Actually has a beautiful house. They're doing a tour. We see the boys' room and everything. Wendy comes in and Wendy speaks to everybody. Okay, Wendy speaks to well, not everybody, child. Wendy comes in and she hugs. Who did she hug first? She hugs, no. She goes and she hugs Karen. And Giselle goes to step back, and I'm like, you stepping back as if Wendy was even remotely about to give you a hug. But then you was taken aback when Wendy walked right past you and was like, and double back and was like, oh, Sharice, hey girl, I ain't seen you in a minute. And went and stood next to Mia and was like, that's it. And Wendy said, I spoke to everybody who I wanted to speak to. The time of civility is over. And I was like, yes, Wendy, come on, be on all day next this season. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I was so happy because Giselle, the audacity of you to feel like, oh, she wasn't going to hug me. Meanwhile, you didn't want her to hug you or touch you. It was okay when you were stepping back out the way because you felt like you didn't want her to touch you and you felt like that was going to be shade to her. Unbeknownst to you, she ain't had no intentions of acknowledging your presence anyway. But every time Wendy shows up on the screen, your face get all stuck and crunched. Why? Why? For some shit you started with that woman behind her husband. Girl, go to hell. But I was glad she didn't speak to them. It was very obvious. They go sit down at the table and the Neko walk in and she's speaking and all the girls are sizing her up because she probably walked in with somebody's label and everything else. And y'all know how they do. They like the girls that put on. But before I get into the scene, I want to know this. Now, NECA comes from generational wealth. She is a lawyer, but she had the same kind of stuff Candace had. Or y'all going to drag her? Or y'all going to try to sun her like y'all did Candace for having generational wealth? Oh, I already know the answer to that. Of course not, because y'all are using her to make it seem like y'all are not the colorist y'all are, as well as y'all want her to get at Wendy. right? So her generational wealth is gonna be okay. It just wasn't okay for Candace to have. Because I want to see it. And not that I feel like they should pick on anybody or talk about anybody for generational wealth, but if y'all don't sun her for having generational wealth like y'all did with Candace, you just had a problem with her from the beginning, but you can't. And y'all gonna use her till y'all can't use her no more against Wendy, and then you're gonna turn on her too. And that's the thing. This show has been on many seasons for people who come on this show not to see what their MO is when they're using you and when they're trying to turn you against somebody. But let's go with it. So she rolls up and she's talking to everybody. Everybody's saying, hey, she said her name, and Wendy corrects her name for the people. And she was like, isn't it, however she said it. Okay. I don't have the correct pronunciation, but Wendy said it. And she was like, oh, okay. She was like, it's your name. And she was like, well, we're in America. So, it's okay. Baby, let me tell you something. It is never okay for somebody to mess up your name. Now, if you want to tell them, girl, if you having trouble pronouncing, call me Tinachi, call me Pookie Poo. My friends call me Fat, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? That's fine, but don't willingly, because they're American, girl, that is a disrespect to your culture. You have a cultural name. Make people respect it. Don't give them a pass because you want to fit in with the group. Oh, girl, what? That is your heritage. Coming on my TV looking like somebody out of a Tyler Perry scene that don't want to acknowledge where they're from because they shame. That right there sent me with her. Your name is your name. If I had an African name, baby, you would definitely gonna pronounce it the way it's supposed to be pronounced. And if you can't get it correct, then I'll tell you what my nickname is. But you best believe when people want to spell my name and they spell it wrong, ain't none of that. Kristan. Ain't no E at the end. Ain't no CHRISTIAN. No, ma'am. You're going to spell it right. That's my name. That is who I am. And you're going to address me as such. Period. I said the pick me spirit to want to be in with the cool girls on this one. I can't take it. So then Ashley said, oh, Wendy, I want to talk to you. We haven't caught up in a minute. So they get to go in and they sit in the living room. Oh, wait, let me back up, girl. After they conclude the tour, Deborah walks in. And Wendy, baby, the look on Wendy's face, it was like we was twins. You hear me? I was falling out laughing, but had the same face. Because Wendy looked like, why this hoe here? Why this hoe here? She don't even much need to be here. And I'm thinking to my bravo, we don't want her. Like, this lady clearly was lying. She clearly lied on Chris. We saw Chris ignoring the piss out of her at that ball. Y'all sent her over there to try to get Chris to bite. Chris didn't bite. So then she, in turn, was the one who initiated a conversation with her. And he was being pleasant and spoke back. Eddie was over there. Eddie was talking. Oh, now he's happy, Eddie, and he want her funny looking Muppeteer built ass too. Ain't nobody playing with Deborah, who built like a Samsung box. She built like a whole flip phone. Don't nobody want that. Ain't nobody, don't do that. So why is she here? Like, at the end of the day, I understand y'all want good storylines. Y'all want a reaction for the people. But at the same time, you have people who are putting themselves in a situation to make a check by arguing with people, being around people who on a regular basis, on a regular day in their regular life, they can't stand, wouldn't be around, wouldn't fool with. I got to be ignored. I got to have rumors spread about me. And I'm talking about the whole cast amongst all reality TV. At the end of the day, nobody's friend of should be allowed to come back, in my opinion, when they outright lie on one of the main cast members or their spouses. That's just my opinion. Why is she back? She didn't bring nothing good. She brought a lie. A lie that y'all quickly proved was wrong before we even got to the reunion. Before we even got to episode 5 of the season, y'all proved that she was lying. So why is she here? She may be Candace's friend for real, for real. I mean, not Candace's friend, Ashley's friend for real. And she could have been invited to the housewarming. We ain't need to see that hoe. Please don't bring her back. But I know she's going to be back, and I don't even know why. It ain't cool. And then y'all get mad with Candace when she pop off, but y'all allow Ashley to do the stuff she do. Y'all allowing Michael to sue her and this, then the third, okay? Y'all bringing this woman back who lied on her husband as well. We clearly saw that Giselle was lying. Her story kept changing. Chris' story never changed. She the one who saw him, yeah, let's go to my room. When she saw her makeup, all this wasn't in there. She should have just said, listen, my people not here. I thought they was in here. I don't feel comfortable, so I can see you alone. You know how people will make stuff up. Let's go ahead and go in the hallway, or we'll talk later. But no, that's not what she did. Like, y'all can't keep allowing stuff like this to happen, because what are y'all gonna do is create a situation where somebody's gonna really pop off and not be able to take that, or it's gonna come at a time where something else is going on and their life is doing this big one in life, and they ain't gonna have time for that shit. And y'all gonna put somebody in a pressure cooker situation and that pot gonna boil over. It's gonna be a grease fire and it's gonna burn everything down. Some things ain't worth ratings, and that bitch wouldn't be able to sit in my presence. She wouldn't be able to. I'm not going to stop my check, but I will stump her every time I see her. And I wish y'all would tell me something. But that's how I will be with me and Ashley. But anyway, let me get back to the scene with Ashley and Wendy. So Wendy's sitting down, they're talking, and Wendy's like, Ashley, congratulations. She's just telling her how she's proud of her and how she's doing all these things. And I said, now, Wendy, girl, you need to have the same energy with Ashley that you got with Gizzard and Mia, because she is definitely not on your team. She is definitely not on your team. And she said, she was giving it to her. She said, I want to be able to call your friend Ashley, but girl, I need to know that you're not going to stab me in my back. And I said, Wendy, now you done been on this show and you done watched this show. Miss Ma'am, when has Ashley not stabbed anybody in their back? Ashley don't know no other way to be. So what you need to be trying to do is be like, listen, girl, I just want us to be on a cordial space. We can have fun together. This, then the third. Now, Ashley did say, what was right and invite her to the dinner last season. But girl, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. That ain't your friend. And then she was like, well, do you want me to not tell you stuff? And she was like, no, I'm not like that. I want you to tell me, meaning I want you to tell me if I'm being dragged. However, don't come tell me I'm being dragged when you was dragging me too. You know exactly what she meant, Ashley. And she was like, well, I just think it's because we haven't had that much time together. And I'm like, girl, don't nobody need no time with you to show that you are full of shit. You went around here and got your titties done and still walking around with bunions wearing open toe shoes like we don't see that thumb, that kneecap sticking out on the side of your strappy heels. That's what you should have got fixed before you got them titties, them bunions. And no, my feet ain't cute, but I'm going to talk about Ashley like the dog she is. Because that's just what she is. I don't care. Y'all cannot like me. It is what it is. So anyway, Ashley was like, well, let me go ahead and tell you, I met NECA and we was talking about you, and production come right with the playback. And she was like, I mentioned you. And she was like, a doctor of what? And I don't think, honestly, y'all didn't take that as NECA being shady the way they showed it. Because if you tell me somebody I'm a doctor, I'm going to say, well, what kind of doctor? Like a heart specialist, a neurologist, or what kind of doctor? When you say doctor, I automatically think of a medical physician. That's me. So she just wanted clarification. And she was like, doc, because first of all, the way you said, well, Wendy, Dr. Wendy, you was being shady then when you said that, the way you said it. And she was right. People like you need to address her as Dr. Wendy with your shady ass. So you started that conversation off, and then you brought up the article about her family and being cursed and Usu and nobody fools with them. And to me, what it seemed like when they showed the playback is NECA was explaining to her what it meant. Not that Wendy's family was Osu, and I don't want to say it wrong because I don't want to disrespect the culture. Not that Wendy's family was Osu, but what exactly that meant, because Ashley seemed like she didn't know what it meant. So Wendy further broke it down and said, this is what it was, but that's not me. When you came to my child's christening, you seen everybody in their hair garb. If we were Osu, nobody would have come. Nobody would have been there because people don't be there. And I think that is absolutely vile for Ashley to bring that to her like that. And I said, oh, okay. So Ashley is one of the sources of their issue. Ashley is the source of why Wendy, from what I see, would have an issue with NECA, because you made it seem like this woman was down in her PhD. You made it seem like this woman was talking about her in her culture. And that's why when Wendy said, I would have expected more from a Nigerian sister. Now, Wendy, here's what I'm going to tell you, girl. The way Ashley liked to twist and turn stories, before you even popped off or felt any way towards NECA, you should have said right with Ashley. You should have told Ashley, well, go get her. Go get her. Could you have NECA come in here, please? And they said, hey, so Ashley and I was just talking, and she said you were having questions about me being a PhD, and you were saying that I was old school, whatever. Put Ashley on front seat and see what NECA intentions was right then and there. And then you could have just said, NECA could have said, no, she asked me such and such and such, and I explained her. Wendy could have got an understanding. Boom, pow, bang. That's what it would have been. It could have ended right there. But then also, let me tell y'all, so that's how it ended, with them two talking. And we saw the previews. If y'all have not been seeing the preview, in the preview, girl, we're going to get Mia saying Wendy is not for women empowerment. Why she didn't empower her? And I'm like, girl, you threw a drink on her face. You hit her with a purse. Why am I supposed to empower you at the moment that you are insulting me? And then of course, y'all know, we see the clip where NECA is going to be telling Robin that Wendy's mom called her cousin or her husband's cousin or something like that, and said she had an altar and this, that, and the third. And let me tell you something, that right there is going to seal it for me. At the end of the day, I respect people's religion. I respect people's beliefs. I respect people's culture. What I can't get with is you demonizing your own culture. That, for me, I cannot stand NECA. I cannot. Do not demonize your culture. Even if you are a Christian and you say you are a Christian, baby, listen, if you love the Lord and you love Jesus Christ, He your Lord and Savior, you said the prayer, you believe John 3:16 and all the other scriptures, that's fine. You don't have to demonize somebody else's religion, because you're not even walking in your own. Because according to your own, God said love everybody. According to your own religion, according to the own Bible that you toting around, you're supposed to love everybody. Don't demonize that. And that is part of your culture. That is part of the history of your people. And you know the negative connotation that get put on people when people think they do voodoo, when people think they are witches, when people, like, don't entertain the stereotypes about your culture, your people, when you could have came and brought enlightenment. Even if Wendy Mama did have a shrine, and I ain't gonna talk about Wendy Mama, because I still remember when it hit the blogs where she said a thunderous clap to Wendy and Peter. I ain't forget. I mean, to Mia and Peter. And Mia tried to come out and say she was Nigerian too. So I don't know if the NECA Mama gonna have the biggest thunderous hailstorm, firestorm, or Wendy Mama gonna have the biggest thunderous fire hailstorm. I don't know who gonna have it. I don't know if Wendy Mama gonna be on the rosary saying Hail Mary full of grace, or what's gonna happen. But I know one thing for certain and two things for sure. I am not about to play with her and demonizing her culture. And if you're doing that for this TV show and to combat and come against Wendy for the green-eyed bandits, that make you even worse to me. Because one thing you should never do is betray yourself, betray your culture, and betray your people for a motherfucking paycheck and to be in with a mean girl clique. That's absolutely out of line, but we're going to discuss her when the scene come. But I'm not feeling it. You let them disrespect your name. You don't even care about nobody putting no respect on your name. But then you want us to be happy about this $2 million house. Thank you, baby, for that $2 million house. You could have just said, thank you, baby, for the house. Thank you, baby. I'm glad we have a beautiful home. I don't like elitists. And you better take a page out of Mia's book. Because the last person who came in screaming to us about how much her house cost, what she had, and how much she was a rich bitch is now sucking on somebody else to go back to being a rich bitch because she in 1,500 square feet. Let that sink in. I don't like her. I don't like her. I don't like her. That's just period on that. But y'all, I got 10 minutes before I have to clock into work. I appreciate y'all. Before I go, somebody, y'all drop down in the comments now. I still have to give y'all episode 1 and episode 2 of Married to Medicine. Y'all let me know right now. Would y'all prefer that live? If y'all would prefer that live, we'll come back tonight. I get off at 7 o'clock. We'll come back tonight. 7:30ish. I got to give me 30 minutes. Let me wind down. You know what I'm saying? Give me something to drink, put a little something in my stomach or whatever. If y'all would prefer it live, let me know. We'll come back tonight. If not, I'll go ahead and pre-record it on my lunch break, and it'll either drop tonight or in the morning. So y'all let me know. While I'm waiting for y'all responses in the chat, let me see what y'all was saying here. I'm annoyed. I'm very annoyed that the Cookie Monster is back. Girl, you and me both. Ooh, girl, you and me both. When I saw her, I said, why, Lord? Why? She don't even need the girl. Go to hell. Ashley is loyal to no one, but she was one of the few people on Wendy's side last season with Miami. Right. That's why I said I give her that, but I just can't give Ashley right. Like when you right, you right. But I just feel like, what was her motive for being on the right side of that? I just don't trust Ashley. I don't trust that Ashley don't do anything. If she doing it good now, it's for a purpose that will serve her later. I don't think she does good with good intention. Ashley has a quota of 2 vile moments per season. And this was the first one. Listen, the first one for me, Pacino, was when she admitted that she was in the Bahamas, but she trying to act like she didn't know about the lawsuit. But if you don't know about the lawsuit, but you was in the Bahamas, then you know about Michael allegedly attacking a woman who he thought was Candace. I'm just saying, hey, Treasury, how are you, my love? So that was vile moment number one. And then she said in the confessional, they was like, you bought that to Wendy. And she was like, really? It was the tequila. No, it wasn't. It was you. It was you. Because that's the type of person that you are. Hey, my Kim and Nicole, how are you, my love? Don't forget, try to make it seem like Wendy attacked Bigfoot and was that raggedy stereotype of an angry black woman. Okay, I'm trying to tell you. Yes, make sure you like the video. Mia should be grateful she didn't get her whooped, because if it was me, it would be F the cameras and we fight. Girl, I'm trying to tell you, but I don't think Wendy wanted to fight on camera because of her career. Wendy has more to lose. Wendy definitely has more to lose. Y'all saying live, please? Live. Okay. I would dig a live. So it would be 7:30, Jasmine, 7:30 Central Time, because I don't get off until 7. And I do want to take a moment, check in with my children, see how their day was, even though they talk to me when they get home, but it's kind of like in pieces because I'm still at work or whatever. So yeah. It will be 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Y'all saying live? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and set it up for the live because we got to talk about how Sweet Tea clocked Dr. G's dollars, but she didn't clock his demons. Catch. She clocked his dollars, but she ain't clock his demons. And we're going to talk about it. I will see y'all tonight, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Ashley always have a self-serving angle. Her whole mission in life is to not end up under a bridge with Sheila by any means necessary. I'm trying to tell you. Wendy Wendy is above most of it, not all of these 304s. Okay, because next week she gonna call me a slow, and I'm here for it. It seems like Wendy is activated this season. I hope she stay activated. I hope she stay on their neck. And that's just what it is. But with that being said, I love y'all. I am about to go clock in. I will see y'all tonight, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, while we dissect episode 1 and 2 of Married to Medicine, along with the messy stuff that Heavenly has said with Carlos, the big Texas panties. Okay, and is your ring clear? I love you all and see you all tonight.